organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV.
Former Vice President Dick Cheney made a controversial statement regarding CIA interrogation methods.
And find out what project is being considered to make your commute home faster.
And in sports, it's all basketball. See how in-state rival Iowa State brought the heat to Iowa City this past weekend.
Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good evening, thanks for joining us. I'm Austin Love.
And I'm Selena Carr.
As the semester is coming to a close, many students are packing up and moving out. As tenants move out of their apartments and houses, it seems fairly common for tenants to be smacked with cleaning fines and fees. Abby Meyer shows us how one local project is tackling the legality of these landlords' lease agreements.
The seemingly constant war between local landlords and tenants, it has become fairly common for tenants not to see their full security deposits back. So the question is, what exactly is legal for landlords to charge tenants? For the past few years, one local project has been tackling these issues.
What we're looking for is a fair situation for both landlords and tenants. Because obviously, there's some bad tenants that good landlords suffer from, and that there's good tenants that suffer from bad landlords. So we're trying to have an even and fair situation for everyone.
Warnock is one leading attorney fighting 14 class action and small claims cases in the Iowa City Tenants Project. He said many of the cases include issues with illegal clauses within the leases charging fees without any damages, unknown vandalism, automatic carpet cleaning fees, and repair and maintenance overages, many of which violate the Landlord-Tenant Act in Iowa. For one University of Iowa student currently fighting a small claims case, he says college students are strongly more impacted by the fees.
We were charged $4,200, and we are all college students, so obviously we're all on a budget. We don't really want to shell out, $800 a person for something that we don't really think is fair.
As students begin to pack up and clean out of their apartments, it's important for students to know their rights as a tenant and to document any damages that occur. For one UI alumna fighting a small claims case, her damage was caused by a break-in, and according to the lease, all vandalism and criminal acts done by an unknown third party is covered by the tenant.
Well, we already felt violated and taken advantage of, considering our house just got broken into, and then to feel like we were a burden on somebody else that was supposed to be helping us and making us feel safer about the situation was just, not very great feeling.
Warnock said while tenants begin to clean up and move out, to document every inch of the apartment through pictures. He also said to document all communication with landlords through email to ensure there is a trusted relationship. If there is problems after moving out, he encourages tenants to stand up for their rights.
Ultimately, tenants have to stand up for themselves. The tenants either are afraid to assert their rights or just don't have the resources to do it. So that's basically what the Iowa Tenants Project has been doing, is trying to just, speak for tenants without necessarily saying in all cases tenants win.
He said to document as much as possible to keep a trusted relationship between landlords and tenants. Reporting from Iowa City, this is Abby Meyer with Daily Iowan TV.
The increasing traffic on Iowa highways are motivating Iowa State transportation engineers to develop plans to widen main stretches of road from 4 to 6 lanes. The Iowa Department of Transportation said the total cost will exceed $1 billion, ranging from $5 million to $10 million per mile. The sections cover about 170 miles of roadway, including Interstate 380 between Iowa City and Cedar Rapids. Iowa engineers are still studying the project. It could be decades before the work is completed.
We reported last week about the congressional report released about the CIA interrogation of terrorist suspects after 9/11. Since then, CIA leadership has been battling both Republicans and Democrats over the effectiveness of their methods. Senate Democrats said CIA interrogations were simply torture and didn't yield any useful intelligence. Some Republicans blasted the report, arguing the interrogations provided valuable information for fighting al-Qaeda. Former Vice President Dick Cheney supported the CIA, saying the interrogations were simply a means to an end.
Two Iowa City men and one North Liberty man with alleged gang ties now face charges for their roles in crime spree last week. The three men face charges of criminal gang participation, robbery, theft, and burglary. According to Iowa City Police, three armed robberies took place between South Dubuque and College Streets within a 3-hour window on December 4th. This is the latest crime to add to Iowa City's dozen robberies in the last month. Officers continue to investigate the possibility that the crimes are all connected. And still to come on Daily Iowan TV, find out what Iowa City Boutique is expanding.
And in sports, we'll take a look at the women's basketball team capturing an in-state rival win. A small tornado touched down in Los Angeles on Friday, ripping off parts of rooftops and downing trees. The National Weather Service confirmed the twister was an EF0 tornado, with winds reaching from 65 to 85 miles per hour. The tornado was produced by the storm system dubbed Pineapple Express. The storm pounded the coast with heavy rain and hurricane-force winds. It also caused flash floods and mudslides that closed roads, buried homes, and left tens of thousands without power. Pineapple Express is one of the strongest storms to hit the West Coast in years.
Now, that's strange for Los Angeles. You wouldn't think that a tornado would hit the city like that.
Yeah, and my brother lives out there. He said it was scary for a few days. So
I know. Well, nice weather for us here in Iowa. So we're going to turn it over to Daily Iowan TV's Katie Sextro, who's in the weather studio with a look at this week's forecast. Katie?
For finals week, we'll see cooler temperatures, but it will still be fairly nice out. Make sure you've got your umbrella handy tomorrow. Most of the day will be rainy, and we'll see temps around 46 in the morning. As the day goes on, temperatures will stay pretty consistent around 48. Tomorrow evening will feel about the same with temps around 46. The rest of the week looks about the same with temps staying in the low 30s throughout the day, low 20s in the evening, and clear skies every day. When the weekend finally arrives, we'll see temperatures in the low 30s with no chance of rain. Everyone should be able to get home safely for the holidays since it doesn't look like any snow is headed our way. There's a look at the week ahead. Austin and Selena, back to you at the desk.
Well, one of the best ways to get local produce and gifts is at the Iowa City Farmers Market. I went out to check out the Winter Farmers Market out on Saturday. I'm Austin Love here at the Holidays Farmers Market here in Iowa City, where locals come from all around to sell their homemade goods. Let's go check it out. Walking through this year's Holidays Farmers Market, you can find just about anything on your Christmas list. From jewelry to wine and even elk meat, everything is locally produced.
Well, everything in our market is handmade by the vendors or grown by the vendors, so it's a great way to shop and support people in the community that live here.
And one of those vendors was Noah's Raw Chocolate, made in Fairfield, Iowa. Well, I'm here with Noah and Parker, and they're showing me off their awesome homemade chocolates. So you guys tell me a little about it?
Yeah, we actually make raw organic chocolate. We take raw Brazilian honey and mix it with heirloom Ecuadorian cacao.
My last question, you guys mind if I try a piece? Awesome, cool.
This is our signature blend, avocado pistachio.
Awesome. That's awesome. Not only is the farmers market a great way to be able to get quality products and support local business, but allows you to meet those who produce it.
They can meet the people that are selling and producing the products they're buying, and it's just a win-win deal for everybody.
The farmers markets are now done for the season, but make sure to look out for them again in May. For more information on Iowa City farmers markets, head to icgov.org.
An Iowa City store located on the Ped Mall called the Soap Opera will be closing its doors in January after 34 years in business. However, that space will not be vacant for long because neighboring boutique Revival will be expanding and taking over that space. Founder and owner of Revival, Sheila Davidson, said they won't be knocking down any walls or anything, but that they simply have just overgrown their space. Revival has been open for business for 11 years and continues to experience increased growth. They hope the expansion will only continue that success.
Jane Meyer, the top-ranking female official in UI's athletic department, will officially be reassigned to facilities management effective immediately. Meyer provided a statement saying, quote, "Even though this reassignment is not my choice, I will engage in complete professionalism, but I do believe that this is a clear violation of my rights." Athletic department officials said the reassignment was necessary to protect the school during a civil rights lawsuit being considered by Meyer's long-term partner, Tracy Griesbaum.
Speaking of Iowa athletics, it was a battle on the hardwood as both the women's and men's basketball teams took on Iowa State for the traditional Cy-Hawk series this past weekend.
For more on both matchups, we'll send it over to Taylor Brooks and Laura Belanda in the Daily Iowan TV studios right after this.
Welcome back to Daily Iowan TV. I'm Taylor Brooks.
And I'm Laura Belanda.
This past Thursday night, the Iowa women's basketball team started off the legendary Cy-Hawk series on a good note.
That's right, Taylor. For highlights on the win, we'll send it over to Austin Luce.
It was blackout night on Thursday at Carver Hawkeye Arena as the 24th ranked Hawkeye women cruised to stay a perfect 7-0 at home en route to a 76-67 win over in-state rival Iowa State.
Really fun in-state game. I thought we kept our focus. I thought the whole time Iowa State kept battling the whole time. Even though we led over 38 minutes of this basketball game, we had the lead.
Lead they did, but the Hawks allowed 13 offensive rebounds in the first half as Iowa State kept hanging around. But some hot shooting allowed the Hawks to maintain a 9-point lead at halftime as they put up 44 first half points.
We keep field goal percentage shooting for every single practice, and these guys are shooting it really well, so I have a lot of confidence in that. We shot the ball very well the first half, and the second half we did a much better job boxing out and crashing. And first half, we gave up 13 offensive rebounds. The second half we only gave up 3.
The team would cool off from the field in the second half, but they were able to limit Iowa State's second chance points, thanks in part to some big-time play from some bench players.
It's wonderful to be able to have people come off the bench and give you that spark. And like you said, Lex, I thought, also did that for us tonight. She hit a couple of big threes for us, and she did a good job as well. So our bench really came through for us tonight.
The win brought the Hawks' record to 8-2 as they look to travel to Des Moines next Sunday to face the Drake Bulldogs before Big Ten play gets underway the following Sunday against the Penn State Nittany Lions. Austin Luce, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Men's hoops weren't able to get the job done, falling to Iowa State for the second year in a row. Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Jalen Socek was at the game and has the highlights.
When Iowa State came into Carver Hawkeye Arena Friday night, the Hawks were determined to make up for last season's loss in Ames, but it was the Cyclones' sharp shooting against a struggling Iowa defense that ultimately handed the Hawks their third loss of the season. The Hawks were able to pace the Cyclones in the first half, but only managed to hit 33% of their shots, while sinking 3 threes. Iowa was able to keep ISU's leading scorer Georges Niang to just 2 points in the first half, but that wouldn't be enough as Iowa State held the momentum going into intermission, going on an 8-0 run with a 38-33 lead, while also sinking a 3-pointer at the buzzer off the hands of Matt Thomas.
They hit a 3, just kind of snowballed a little bit from there. Then we got tentative a little bit, I thought, offensively.
Iowa couldn't find the answer to stopping Iowa State's shooting as they came out of the gates hitting 12 in a row, pushing the lead to 24 points. And that'll have fans heading for the doors with 12.5 minutes still left on the board.
We were basically just letting them do whatever they wanted on offense. We couldn't get stops, and we weren't making it tough on them. We were letting Morris get wherever he wanted, and we're leaving shooters open.
And the Cyclones, not feeling a hole from the loss of Bryce DeJean-Jones from a suspension, finishing the game with shooting 53% of their field goals before beating Iowa 90-75. Niang, who finished the game with 16 points, seals this win with a kiss.
It's almost embarrassing. I mean, we're better than that, and it's just disappointing because I know we're better than that. I know I'm better than that. I know as a group we're better than that. So it's just frustrating and unacceptable, to be honest.
And the Hawks will have another week off before they face another in-state foe, the University of Northern Iowa. Inside Carver Hawkeye Arena, Jalen Socek, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Thanks, Jalen. And that matchup against Northern Iowa will be another difficult one with the Panthers ranked 23rd in the country.
That will do it for us here in the sports studio. Tune in to Monday's program as our Whip Around crew is back at it with all Hawkeye sport updates.
Austin, Selena, back to you two at the desk.
That's all we have time for tonight on Daily Iowan TV, but check us out anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Watch again tomorrow night, same time, same place. I'm Austin Love.
And I'm Selena Carr. Thanks for watching and have a great night.